Okay, it's a cold day out here today. I think I just looked at my phone app and it's like 19 degrees and a wind chill down around like 11, something like that. But we had a pretty good ice storm the other day, so everything around me is wet, then iced over, and now frozen. So it's just a mess. But once I get me some coals established, so it's going to be a few more minutes, well, actually a little bit longer, but I want to try to, it's an experiment, so bear with me. It may be a bust, and then I probably won't even upload it, or it might work out pretty well. But I want to make something I think would be great to carry in your pack. I tried making some for the first time the other day inside the house, so just to get a practice of it. But a former co-worker of mine used to talk about it quite a bit. Is Ghee, and him and his daughter used to make it quite a bit for around their house, and he always raved about it. So I looked it up the other day. Seems easy enough to make, and the little batch, I did make. Where are you? Yep, right there. Came out pretty decent. Maybe a little darker than it should have, but it was my first attempt. And all Ghee is butter. You simmer it down, scrape off all the little foamy, fuzzy foamy stuff, and then just kind of let it darken up. And it's a variation of clarified butter, but you just let it simmer a little bit longer and brown up. So, oh, looks like it's snowing too. Once I get some coals established, we'll come back and give it a try. Now, it ain't very hot, but I think I trust it to stay burning finally. It is, it's not the best of fires. I'm trying to do two things at the same time. I'm trying to dry out wood and keep a fire going. The wood I could split the easiest to get some dry insides was walnut, and it's burning like super slow. So, anyhow, we'll try to get this going here in a few minutes. I think I trust it enough to do what I need to do, which is mostly just melt butter and let it simmer. A few of the reasons why I think Ghee would be good in your pack. It has a long shelf life. You can, where'd I put it? If you keep it in an airtight container, you can keep it for a couple months. I've heard a couple different things. The Alton Brown instructional on how to make Ghee says you can keep it on the counter in your house for up to a month. Wikipedia says about 3 months, and then for over a year if you put it back in the refrigerator after that. But either way you look at it, if you make small batches, you can keep it around in your pack for a while. Just keep it from drawing any moisture. It's best to put it in a darker container, something where the UV and stuff won't get to it, or if it don't heat up and get condensation and stuff on the inside. You want to try to keep as much moisture out of it as you can. It also has a really high smoke point, 482 degrees I was reading. So it's excellent for frying stuff. And it's butter, so it has has good flavors to it too. As you darken it up and stuff, it gets a more nuttier type of a flavor. So those are reasons why I think to carry with you out in the woods and stuff, it would be a good addition to your pack. And okay, that would work. So I've just got a stick of unsalted butter. These and what we're going to do is just melt that down. That's going to take a little while. Please overlook the four-wheeler sound. That kid, every moment he gets, he's a kid and he's having fun. So let's leave it at that. So, and that's all this here was too, was just one stick of butter. I'm going to hope not to get it as dark, so when we blend these together, that it should be more of a golden color. I guess you kind of want it to look like a kind of a golden caramel, maybe a good beer color. But trying to melt that there we go. As a solid stick instead of just a hot spot in the middle. Okay. I hope you can see that pretty well. No, not really. There. That's about as best as I'm going to do. I got a headlamp camera too, but I'm trying not to use that. So, that stick is almost melted. And what we want to do is let it slowly come to a simmer and boil. And then we will take a spoon and scoop out the foam that starts. Let me try. Let me try it this way. Okay. So what we want to do is, as it starts to foam, we're going to take a spoon and scrape some of that out, and then stir it up a little bit. It's going to come to a second foam stage. We'll scrape that out, and by then we should be done. With the right temperatures, it takes maybe 10-15 minutes, not a long process, but it might be a little bit longer today. Okay, so bear with me. think it's going to do okay though. Maybe just a little bit slower than before. Mike over at Mike's Wild World has a really good instructional for clarified butter. I watched it a few months back ago. You can go check that out. Woo. Okay, now I can't see. See, now the milk solids, they're going to kind of fall down to the bottom here in a little bit. Not that you'll see that, but we'll start kind of toasting up. So we're just going to let this do its thing for a few minutes, and then I'll turn the cameras back on. I hope you can see that. It's really boiling pretty good. You just let it kind of do that for a few minutes. Get all the little foamy stuff out of it. Okay, now we're coming up on that second foam stage, and it's going to go fast from here. So we're going to just scoop this out as best as we can. See, you can already see that it's getting to be kind of a much richer color. And I am going to just leave that right there. That is much better than I thought. See, them solids went to the bottom. Okay, and here is our final step. You just got to filter out the solids. This is going to be a mess, I'm sure, but if you don't have a little sieve, you can use some cheesecloth, maybe an old bandana, and we are just going to just filter that out. Let them two kind of meld together. And here's what you are left with, is just a little bit on the bottom, and that'll clean up pretty easy. Put some water in there and boil it through. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I'm trying to, while it's still hot, I'm trying to blend it into the what I already made yesterday. But that's it. See, it's kind of a nice beerish color. Like I said, I'm trying to blend it into that other cocoa-y stuff down there at the bottom. So at least it's a nice little blend. It's going to solidify. And then it'll be, just kind of a semi-soft type of spread. And next video or so, we'll get together and we'll put it to some use. Not sure exactly what yet, but we'll find something to use it for. So, I want to thank you for enduring the cold with me today, and we'll see you next time.